Support mains unite, because in today's video I'm gonna be teaching you guys how to dominate the game on this support, which is Nami right here. Nami is arguably the strongest support in the game right now, and in today's video I'm gonna be teaching you all the ins and outs that you need to know about Nami. So I actually asked a lot of tips as well on Nami from a good friend of mine, Keys. Keys is an insane player. Like, I believe he was the top 1 Braum. He's been on the top 10 leaderboards for Nami. He's been on the top 10 leaderboards for Senna. And the build that you see on the screen right now is the build that I used to run. By the way, there's timestamps in the description if you just want to skip to the gameplay. But Keys told me, man, you don't need this build. He basically showed me this build, which is Staff of Flowing Waters. And I was questioning it. I was like, why would you always go for Staff of Flowing Water? Isn't it only good when you have AP champions? Why? And are you not gonna run out of mana? And then I gave it a try, and oh my god. I currently have like a 65% win rate on Nami, and let me just show you how to build Nami. So, this build is still good. You know, this is still a good build where you go for the Archangel Staff and blah blah blah. It's good. But this build is stronger. See what this build is gonna do, what the Staff of Flowing Water is gonna do, first of all, it's gonna give you more damage. And it's gonna give your ally more damage. Because when you heal or shield an ally, which is your second ability, you and your ally are gonna get 20 ability haste, which first of all means you're both gonna be able to use more abilities. Secondly, you're both gonna be getting a lot of ability power, especially in the early game, because as you can see, it gives 20 up to 40 ability power. So in the early game, this item is already going to give you 20 bonus ability power to you and all the allies that you're healing or shielding. In the late game, it's going to become a little weaker, but still really powerful. This item is so amazing on Nami because you're constantly healing your ally, and the beauty is as well in a team fight when you heal an ally, for example, it can bounce to an enemy and then it can bounce again to one of your allies, healing 2 allies, which means you're going to be buffing 2 allies with this item. So Staff of Flowing Water is going to be your first item. Next, the boots. You get Ioni Boots of Lucidity, you know, for even more cooldown reduction. You just want to spam your abilities. And for the enchantments, there's a few that you can go for. Locket enchant if you're against burst heavy champions like Katarina, especially Katarina, like Fizz, like Zed. You know, when you're against like these burst heavy champions, Locket is going to be amazing. Redemption is going to be good against sustained damage. Like if you're against a Ziggs, against an Orianna, you know, against Varus, against these types of champions, then Redemption is going to be amazing. Shadows are also amazing. Nami already buffs the movement speed of her allies with her abilities. And what Shadows are going to do is it's going to slow the enemy as well. So your allies can very easily kite around them and catch up to them very easily. So you can choose from all of these enchantments. They're all good. Second rune, you go for Ardent Sensor. This is gonna allow you to give your ally attack speed and the bonus damage while healing them. See, the beauty is, Staff of Flowing Water is gonna give you a lot of ability haste, so you can use more abilities, and using more abilities means utilizing the Ardent Sensor passive more often. See, it all clicks together with this build. That's the beauty of this build, really. So Ardent Sensor, second item. Third item, you go for that Rabadon's Death Cap, guys. You are like, if you reach the Rabadon's Death Cap, you're gonna do insane damage yourself as well. On top of the healing and everything that's gonna be insane, your damage is also gonna be insane. Believe it or not, Nami actually deals one of the most damage as a support, you know. Of course, Senna deals more damage, and of course, you know, some types of supports always pretty much do more damage. But Nami, believe it or not, Nami deals a lot of damage if played correctly, especially in the late game. Fourth item, you know, it's completely situational. If you need armor, you go for the Crystal Reflector. But Harmonic Echo is going to be amazing. And the reason that it's going to be amazing is because Staff of Flowing Water. You know, the Harmonic Echo is going to heal multiple allies, buffing them with the Staff of Flowing Water. It's a really, really good synergy item. And then as your last item, you know, completely situational. Whatever you need. Do you need, by the way, yeah, let me say it now. If you need anti-healing, don't build the Green Book. Only build the Oblivion Orb pretty early on. Like if you need anti-healing, you know, if the enemy has like a Sona, boom, you get a Oblivion Orb as your second item. You could even go for it as your first item if you want to have it in the lane matchup. Don't finish the Green Book up until your very last item, if you go for it. So keep that in mind. So yeah, you know, if you have no idea what to go for, Rylai's Scepter is your very last item, I guess. It's just, you know, whatever item, whatever you want to go for, you can go at the end. You can even go for a Void Staff if you want to do way more damage against the tanks. Okay, for the runes. First one you go for Ari. You don't go for, where is it? You don't go for Font of Life anymore because they actually nerfed the AP scaling. So, you know, while it's still good, it's just not really worth it anymore. Also for ranged champions, the cooldown is a bit longer. You know, it's just not really worth anymore. Ari, on the other hand, is gonna constantly give you poke damage and good shielding on your ally when you heal your ally. Second rune, you go for weakness. You have your first ability and your ultimate to, you know, to knock up the enemies. Weakness is going to give bonus damage to you and your allies. Third rune, it depends, it's situational, but bone plating is generally going to be good because see the problem with Nami is, especially in the mid-late game, assassins can one-shot you. And what bone plating is gonna do, it's gonna block a lot of that initial burst damage. So it's gonna buy you some time. I'm not telling you that it's gonna protect you from being completely one-shot. I'm just telling you that it's gonna buy you time. Of course, in the early mid-game, it is gonna protect you from being one-shot. But in the late game, like if an Evelyn jumps on you, of course she's still gonna one-shot you. But bone plating might buy you 0.2 seconds to flash away. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So, you know, in those types of situations, bone plating is gonna be really good. See, the thing about loyalty is this rune is just so weak, man. This rune is so weak. You gain 2 armor and 5 magic resist, and your closest ally gains 5 armor and 2 magic resist. I mean, what the hell is 2 magic resist gonna do, or 2 armor? Like, you know, it's just such a weak rune. Second wind could be interesting, and the reason that it's interesting is not because of the healing, but because it's gonna save you mana. What I mean with that is you want to be healing your ally, but you are also gonna take damage. So if the enemy has a poke heavy composition in the bot lane, like a Varus or something, then second wind could actually be good to, you know, save your mana, because otherwise you constantly have to heal yourself. Hunter Titan, of course, against a lot of CC, but yeah, you know, as I said, generally bone plating. Fourth rune, actually not Pack Hunter. Generally, where's the mana flow band? Yeah, mana flow band. You know, while this item gives you some mana flow band is basically gonna allow you to spam your abilities, because, you know, 350 bonus max mana is good, but it's not quite enough. So mana flow band is gonna allow you to completely spam the hell out of your abilities. For the spells, you go for flash, and then here I have a exhaust. You know, because you don't really need a heal as a Nami. You could go for it, of course. You can even go for an ignite if you want to be more aggressive, but exhaust is exceptionally good on Nami, because Nami has really good healing, but she doesn't really have any shielding. That is why exhausting an enemy when he dives on your ADC is going to be really good on Nami. So yeah, enough about the build. Let's now get into the gameplay. I think we should be able to hear the sound. Oh, it's gone to 0, 1 sec. So yeah, on to the gameplay. And before getting into the gameplay, you know, I'm doing a skin giveaway, giving away 15 skins this month. And the giveaway is going to end in like 5 days. You know, next month I'm going to do yet another giveaway. All you have to do to enter is put down a comment under this video and to increase your chances under other videos too. I saw a lot of support mains in my comments like, come on, Hells, we want a support video as well. And guys, I feel you, okay? Honestly, I didn't make that many support videos. I don't know why, but here it is. Nami video for you guys. And let me tell you right now, there's so much... I'm hearing something in my ear. There's so much good about Nami. Absolutely insane champion. So let's talk about how to play Nami really, because if you don't know how to play Nami, it's going to be really hard to make fully use of all of her abilities, right? For example, the first ability, you know, this is an ability that could be like impossible to hit for you, because it's not easy. You know, the bubble, it takes time to travel. It's not an easy hit. So how do you hit this ability more easily? First of all, in team fights, when the enemy wants to dive you, you know, when they want to dive one of your allies, you'll know where they want to move, right? Like, let's say this guy wants to go here. You'll know that he's gonna walk like this. You'll know. So you can then predict where he's gonna be and throw down your bubble. He's either gonna walk into your bubble or you're gonna make him disengage, which is good for your team, of course, right? Second way is if an enemy is CC'd. Like if Yasuo ults an enemy or something, I don't know, then I can again lock the enemy up with my first ability. You know, you can combo it, but the first way that I told you about is basically the easiest way. Look at this, by the way. I was using Font of Life in this game, by the way. Yeah. But it's not worth it. After extensive testing, it's not worth it. You know, I was like, let's give it a try again. But no, Aerie is like way better. But what was I saying? So the way that you lane with Nami, with your second ability, right? you have to stay close to an enemy for it to bounce. Like if I use it on an enemy, it goes on the Braum, then it bounces to me, and then if the enemy Varus is also close to me, it's gonna bounce yet again on the Varus. Then you're basically making maximum usage of it, right? Like look at this, boom, 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 just like that. I used it on the Braum, I walked up to them, and then it bounced on the Varus as well. You are gonna outtrade the enemy like that. However, keep in mind, when you do what I just did, you know, when you're doing that type of trading, be careful of getting burst damage. Like, look, this is good. See what I did there? I damaged him, and then I healed myself, and I damaged the Braum as well. Look at that. That's another way to hit the first ability, by the way. See what I did there? Oh my god, but see what I did there? I was waiting for the Pantheon to jump on my Lucian. Exactly when he jumped, I used my first ability. That's yet another way to use it. Or for example, if a Galio uses his ultimate, that's another way to use to hit him for free, right? Because you'll know where he lands. If a Pantheon uses his ultimate, if a Twisted Faith uses his ultimate, these are all easy ways to hit the enemy. Or like if a Jhin uses his ultimate, you know what I'm saying? Like if there is a stationary target, which means a target that doesn't move, that's when you can strike with that first ability. That's when you're gonna get a free hit, always. Look at this, by the way. I'm just constantly abusing them in this lane. And here you can see, actually, I might have... I went a little too far with it. It's worth it, though, because the Fizz was here. But as you can see, I was going for that second ability, the aggressive second ability, you know, hitting on an enemy, bouncing on me, and then bouncing on an enemy again. But that was a perfect example of what happens if you step up a little too far. As you could see, they actually bursted me down because Nami is pretty squishy, so you have to be careful. You know, when you go for the second ability in your lane, have to be careful because the enemy can hard burst you down if you step up too far. Okay. By the way, another quick tip: Nami and Yasuo is a golden combo. It's really, really good because Nami has two knock-up abilities. So if you pick Nami with Yasuo, it's like super good. Let's take a look at this. Boom. I heal him up. I buff him. I'm waiting with my first ability and... Oh! So close. I almost cancelled his ultimate, man. That was so close. And about the third ability of Nami, this is a pretty brain dead ability. This one is really easy to use. Just buff your ally, right? Just buff whatever ally. And the thing is though, Nami's third ability is way better with a champion like Lucian. And the simple reason is because Lucian hits two basic attacks whenever he uses an ability, right? He hits two basic attacks. So you're gonna... Oh, let's take a look at this fight. Boom! Look at that. Boom! I failed my first ability, by the way. But it's okay. That ultimate slowed all of them. Look at that. Not the cleanest fight. Wee, look at that bubble, guys. Oh, baby. Look at that bubble. Damn, they got destroyed. Oh. Oh, they got destroyed. Oh, baby, that bubble is such a disgusting ability, especially in choke points like that. Oh, God, did you see that? I just bubbled 3 enemies. And they were stunned for like 1.5 seconds. Damn, and I got my Staff of Flowing Waters, and this is a huge power spike, by the way. Whenever you get that Staff of Flowing Waters, it's an insane power spike. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually moving to the Rift Herald, and this is a thing that as a support you could do. So I always like to teach you guys that as a support you don't just want to stay in your lane constantly. It's just, you know, it's not really the right way of playing support. The right way is to support your team. You are the support, you know, not only support your ADC. So here, that's why I went to the Rift Herald. Unfortunately, we're not doing too well here. But I'm ready again. I have my ultimate and everything like that. So we can still go for a fight. So let's take a look at what's going to happen. Ultimate. Boom. Boom. And boom. Look at that. The utility that Nami provides is just insane. Because the thing about your ultimate is... not only does it knock the enemy up, it also slows the enemy by a massive amount for a really long duration. So hitting a lot of the enemies with your ultimate provides so much utility in a team fight because you're literally going to be slowing the enemies down. And if you didn't know already, when you hit your allies with your ultimate, you're going to buff their movement speed as well. That's basically Nami's passive, right? Whenever you hit an ability on an ally, it buffs the movement speed. Every single ability, even your bubble. You can literally bubble one of your allies and you're gonna buff their movement speed. The ultimate, I believe, buffs the movement speed 3 times more. So, you know, when you use the ultimate, it can either be a good engaging ability, you know, you can use it on all of your allies and on the enemies, or a good disengaging ability. You can use it on your allies while you're running away and on the enemies to knock them up and slow them. It's just such a versatile ability. It's way more than what most people think it is. Because as I said, it knocks up, it slows, it does everything. It's like, look at this, boom, look at that. Just supporting the Yasuo, healing him, buffing him with the third ability, everything. They just can't do anything. Exhausting the Galio, of course, you know, because I have an exhaust. Yet another bubble, he just like, they can't do anything. As a Nami in a team fight, the way that you want to position yourself is as safe as possible. The reason is because all of your abilities and your basic attacks have big range. And you provide a lot of value in fights, like you provide a lot of value. So this was a mistake. Saw I had to flash away because I went way too deep. I'm leaving him alone here because unfortunately I can't really help him any further. Because they would have just killed me if I would have gone any closer. So as a Nami, you want to have very careful positioning, stay behind your allies and buff your allies. You know, do whatever you need to do to kill them. To buff your allies, sorry, to support your team. Because like the number one mistake that I've made on Nami is going too deep and getting one shot. It's really sad because especially with this build, when you go for the Staff of Flowing Waters and not the Archangel Staff, you're gonna be squishy. You're gonna be hella squishy because with the Archangel Staff, at least you have that shield. But with this build, you don't. You're really fully focused on buffing your team with this build instead of... I need to be careful because Braum's shield, look, I'm not using my ultimate Braum's shield, now I'm using it. Do you guys see what I just did here? So when you're playing against a Braum, you have to look at his third ability. When he has his shield up, he's gonna block your entire ultimate, so you don't want to use it, of course. That's why in this fight I was waiting, I was patient, and then when his shield ran out, boom, I threw that ocean on their faces and it destroyed them. By the way guys, if you're enjoying this video, make sure you give it a like. Supports the channel and everything like that. You know, just do it if you want to. So, yeah, this game, like, I've done so well this game. I've got 14 assists, 1 kill out of 17 kills. So, this is exactly what you want to be as an Nami. You want to be everywhere on the map, supporting your team everywhere. This is a bit dangerous. As you can see, my positioning not the best. What I'm doing here is I exhausted the Varus, my ultimate, you know, buffing the Yasuo. Like, yeah, there it is. Like, basically, I took some damage just to buff the Yasuo, which was worth it. Because your buff is actually really strong. Your buff deals a lot of bonus damage on the enemy. Enemy has surrendered. There it is. Oh god, look at that. Let's just take a look at like the stats of this game. How insane that was. Oh man. Wow. I'm gonna go to my cousins as well today. I'm gonna have a lot of fun there, you know. It's gonna be a nice time. Better than 100% of the Namis, by the way, in Master Rank. I mean... Sure, we'll take that, I guess. Got the MVP, 7 win streak, everything is going well, you know? So, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video on Nami. You know, I see you support mates out there. I see you, and I got you. So thank you very much for watching. I will see you all in the next Wild Rift video. Bye-bye.